How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? The Joker Gamer here. We are back in Forza Horizon 5. So I had a big auction that had just occurred earlier, and I got on, and only two of my cars sold. One of those cars, if you're a subscriber of mine, you actually could have bought that because that was actually the car in the video that I won the big race, street race in. What was it, Goliath? I'm pretty sure. And technically, that was like all 32 miles. I think 32 miles, I think is what it was. I'll show you the car that I was talking about. Hey, welcome in. This was a car, chat, you guys could have bidded on and actually won in your collection. Brakes, spot on brakes. And the other car, that Red Bull little jet car, that's actually one of my most popular cars for winning drag races. Right up there with my Copo Camaro. No. And if you want, I'll put more power into this car.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You've arrived at your destination.
See those donuts? Drifts? Spins all fours. We test out the speed. Feels 206, but I can upgrade that car. $1,103. That's how you know it's my car. Got twin turbos on there and all-wheel drive on this vehicle.
I run hot when I sleep, and I think these are not going to be breathable.
Introducing Miracle Made. Temperature regulating bed sheets crafted from silver infused fabric.
Like I said, you know what? We'll do even better. We'll paint it my iconic green.
I've been dreaming, I've been driving, trying to stay between the lines of
Speedy.
I've been living, I've been losing, walking miles in different shoes and finding out I can't run from me.
Usually lime green is usually a car I'll usually go with.
I remember where I left my home, can't take the this where my soul was born to be. Just a roll like a tumbleweed. Can't take the so you can't take it out of me.
Okay, Chad, if you see a car like this out here that's green with black rims, always read the license plate because there might be, and if you see me sitting on the side of the road, there's probably a slight chance you're probably going to see me if you play Forza. Usually I'll be cruising in a muscle car or I'll be driving a truck. I'm surprised the the Ram isn't in this area since it is considered a Dodge. Very seldom will you see me in a 53 Corvette, though. Like, usually you'll see me driving a Copo or a 95 Camaro, 79 Camaro, maybe 70 Camaro, Chevelle Super Sport, you'll see me in my El Camino, my Nova, one of my Novas, you'll see me in a Camaro Coupe. You'll rarely see me in my 73 Gremlin X, but I'm still keeping it because it's an iconic car. But honestly, yeah, 9 out of 10 times you'll see me in a muscle car. It'll be me doing donuts or burnouts or just cruising.
Don't do it. What? Don't do it.
I've got some big news. Thank finally came through. And I hope the keys to the brand new Chevrolet. You've been inside.
It's time for four-wheel drive. Very seldom will you see me drag racing. Unless if I'm going for it, drag racing, then I will. Or if I'm testing a car out, its speed and stuff like that, a new one, yeah, there's a slight chance you'll see me doing that. Usually down here. Straight Chicago, still ending. 2,000 miles on the way. 66 on Route 66. Goes to Missouri, China, Missouri, Oklahoma City, South Previous Sheriff, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Winona, along with El Reno. El Reno's on along Route 66 as well. On your trip. Okay. On Route 66. On your trip.
With Chewy, get their mealtime match at a low price. Hank's having trouble getting on the couch these days, which means he gets a power walk, balanced nutrition for dinner, and cuddles for dessert.
These two cars are going to remain stock. Yeah. Gets a little beautiful little engine block in there. Like Foreigner. Jukebox Hero.
Just file with Turf.
Yes, now we're talking. Fucking serious? Good.
That's good. That's good. Yo, I just had a great gym session.
You did.
Yeah, I got through, but that was yeah. What you doing?
I am broadcasting Forza Horizon 5.
I see. What are you doing on the right now with your phone?
Just driving.
I see. You're not in the middle of a race.
I mean, I could get in the middle of a race if you want.
No, please, just look at quick questions, please. Thank you. That'll be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, let me pull up this area real quick. This is a port here. Chevy's gonna get all fucking dirty now. Yeah.
Good gym session.
I guess so.
More I better say good test, but little Paul has something other than the shrug and the tricep pull. Everything else time to go testosterone.
I see. I had myself a virgin pina colada yesterday, or either that or the day before.
Everything connected at that, so no alcohol. I see.
And honestly, I'm not ashamed of showing in the chat that I had that because it was fucking delicious.
Yeah, peanut butter is good. It's not that I have it.
And then I had a glass of Lottie's that apparently was in the fridge from the last weekend I was up here, and it was 2025 when I bought that, and it's 2026. I took a sip of it, and it freaking has it since it's been sitting so long. It has the fucking pepper in it, and the spices have actually ramped up. So it's a lot more spicier than it should be. Even my dad even took a sip of that. And he's like, oh god, that's got some fucking. It was a fucking throat burner, my man.
I will keep that.
But it was good though.
This will be my first time getting on a singular video game in this past like 3 or 4 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. You basically had stuff done in your house, didn't you?
What?
I said, that's right. You basically had stuff done on your house, didn't you? What was that for? That was like a little squeaker. What was that for? What was that shit, man? That was like a little squeaker.
Japanese automotive or midnight muscle? Huh? Now I'm in another one. What festival players have you voted for?
The one with the Fury. Yeah. You basically didn't know. Backstage Pass might be bringing the. Well, it was supposed. I was hopefully hoping it was going to be a Plymouth Fury, but apparently people selected it. And
It's not backstage pass vehicles.
oh,
There's Japanese automotive and then there's midnight muscle. Which one did you vote for?
oh, I voted for Midnight Muscle.
Yeah.
I don't really care for the Japanese. I mean, I do like the Japanese cars that they make, but they're just not. I'd rather race muscle cars than Japanese cars and stuff.
Now let me see backstage about it. You son of a bitch.
What?
You fucking serious.
What?
So when the Fury and the Barracuda headed to the backstage shop, are you looking? You're going to your own fucking those points up to get the damn Fury, and I'm gonna just wait it?
Yep.
I don't want you fucking fast point. No. No, I don't. I don't.
Don't worry, Elijah. I don't have any either.
How did you lose all of yours already?
I only had enough for 2 cars. I used the one to get a pickup truck, and then the Chevy square body, and then the Nova. If I would have known the Fury and the Barracuda were going to be out there, I would have been like, okay, fuck it. I might as well just wait up and save my backstage passes. But I didn't know that they were going to be released.
400 yards. Turn sharp left.
Wait, how do you even get... Wait, are the Forzathon points, are those like a way you can get up to like the Horizon backstage passes?
You can spend 1,000 Forzathon points to get one pass. Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Well, you can earn Forzathon points by,
You can also earn them also by unlocking by doing those like little wheel things. Forzathon, you can, if some of them have an FP on there, you can actually put those on there and you can actually get Forzathon points for those.
Basically in the car matches, yeah. There we go. Oh, you understand what you're...
I'm gonna save up my if I could buy another 2, do have a couple more gift cards at home. I could probably, when I get back home.
If I get another backstage pass, I'll just get the Barracuda.
I mean, you don't really have to worry about the Fury.
Dude, the Barracuda is literally impossible.
You're welcome for voting that. You're welcome for voting that in for you.
Oh my god, he's so mad, bro. Like, dude.
One of them was the AMC Javelin, and I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, one of the cars that was already voted in. But basically, the other two cars are the HW Trans Am and then the AMC Rebel.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah. That's not Javelin, it's AMC Rebel.
Yeah, but the Javelin was already voted in. But yeah, you go to auction house, you're not finding the Plymouth Barracuda. You're not. You're not even going to find the Belvedere 64 in here. Those cars are impossible. You might get lucky and maybe come across a Fury, but that will be 1 in a million. And then obviously the Cuda is like the fucking endless. Because you can get it through the store.
I was talking to Cyber last night and like saying to him, why can't they add like the so of course me and Cyber we were having a talk or whatever about Forza or whatever, and he's like he said that they're pretty greedy, which they are, but like I said to him, why can't they like add like the backstage pass cars into the auto show? That way there's more options for players to buy instead of the cars that they have where there's not a lot of options. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the cars in the Horizon backstage are actually really good cars.
You know what on they don't have? Because I've searched. Forza Horizon 5 does not have it. You wanna know what it is?
What car?
Okay, dude, Falcon.
An AU Falcon?
Yes, it's an Australian Falcon. Australian Ford Falcon.
They have an Aussie Falcon, but it's an XB. I have it, and it actually is on the other side where you drive.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
No, they don't.
Yes, I do.
I've even searched in the fucking auction.
You don't search for it in the auction. It's in Ford.
Yeah.
It's the Falcon XAGTHO Falcon. Because when you get it and you drive it, it's the steering wheel is on. Because like for us, it would be on the driver's side, but on theirs, it's on the passenger side. No, the XA Falcon GTHO from 1972.
Show me. I need to see this. Because
It's this car.
no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Hold on. I'll show you what I mean.
I know the car you're talking about, but that's not the car I'm talking about.
It even has the freaking steering wheel on the other side instead of it being on this side.
It's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
The AU Falcon is a generation of Ford Australia sedan utes and wagons from 1998 to 2002.
They'll probably add it in eventually, but it won't be like right now.
Let me show you one. A Falcon.
Why have I heard that English?
Auto.
Ford AU Falcon. Wait, is it the Ford AU Falcon?
Look at it. I sent it to you. Look at it. Look at it. I have sent you a photo.
I got it. I see it.
You're looking at it?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't say you're looking at it.
Well, I found it on the web.
Yeah.
Engine option in Tech 16 Windsor V8. Windsor V8s are usually really reliable engines.
The Ford AU Falcon.
Isn't that what what's his name has?
Auto.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Lime green is called Drip Bin.
that's what it was. I was looking for that because it's like
When you know your Falcon's getting a little bit warm when you pop the bonnet and you just got a bloody.
I have a Falcon that's not. It's the closest I could get to it, and that's a 2015.
There is an Australian Ute, yes, but that's it's more closer to a Commodore than it is to a fucking AU Falcon.
I'm sure they'll probably add that in.
They should have had it in the game since it released. It's the greatest piece of technology in the planet.
Codex Commodore! Ford Falcon.
You know, you Falcon's getting a little warm and you just pop the bonnet and you got a bloody.
Ford Falcon.
Hey, Falcon. Let me send you the short.
Oh, trust me. If it's about the Ford Falcon, I've seen it. That's the one thing that makes me laugh about it is every time he starts his little AU Falcon, it's like.
No, but look at the YouTube short I sent you. It's funny.
Buffoonery.
Look.
This is how you know you drove your Aventador hard. When you park, it pops
Oh.
the wing back up because it got so hot.
Oh, okay. The Ford Falcon done got a little bit hot there, bud.
Yeah, we know your Falcon's not a little bit warm. You gotta pop the bonnet and you just gotta bloody. I love that real bro. You know, you pull the fucking a little bit warm and you move the bonnet and you just gotta bloody.
Also, did you know that the Jimny is also in here too? Or at least it's close to a Jimny? The Mitsubishi?
I'm sending you all three, bro. I'm sending you the
Don't
trilogy.
send me those. Then I'm never gonna get to sleep.
Chad, we've officially lost Elijah. He went off the deep end. He went into the spotto end.
Lumpstick.
Oh my god, just imagine Spotto actually joins us and he's like, I see you driving a Ford Falcon. He just joins my broadcast and we just start talking about Fords and stuff.
Hey, you Falcon. The greatest piece of automotive technology ever seen.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hey, do that. Turn around. How was it safe to do so? Sit right around.
Yeah, shut your stupid.
Man, shut your stupid ass up. Falcon. I remember before sounding.
Oh, I basically showed my dad that video where he like has his exhaust up or whatever.
The turn up
In
exhaust.
400
Yeah.
yards,
Are they the
turn
big
right.
four ones or are they the twins?
I think they're well. I don't know, but I showed him the.
One sticker is it on Drift Bin? Or no, sorry, they're both on.
It's on the Commodore.
Yeah, it's the one stick.
Yeah.
But he at first he had those big four turn up exhausts that were supposed to be basically turned down, but he fucking flipped them so they were facing up.
In 400
It's that one,
yards,
yeah.
But then
Turn
he changed
left.
them over to like some twin type turn up exhaust.
Yeah.
Turn left.
Anyway, so I showed him the video, and the first question he asked me is that why would that exhaust be
200
turned up
yards,
like that? And it's
turn
like,
left.
and it's like, and he did it at night too, and it's like, because when you're at night in
Turn
there
left.
and you shoot flames out of your
200
exhaust, it
yards,
looks fucking
turn
badass.
Turn right.
Let me get my Z28.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Damn it. Talking about. Okay. February 2nd, 2026 at 11:42 a.m. The Forza community team sent out a message talking about Forza Horizon 6. 550 cars on release. Forza Horizon 6 includes 550 cars from the start. The largest one-car collection in any Horizon game ever. Forza Horizon 6 will also introduce a new way to add cars to your collection. Drive and explore breathtaking Japan to find aftermarket cars, then test drive them or add to your garage. Great. That's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I get told to one hoping RTO. We're coming to call you. Hoping.
You have arrived at your destination.
Like, so, okay. So, you're the fucking. Maybe if I turn the radio volume to 0. Oh my god. It was too. I have no music now when I'm at the Horizon Festival. It's great. I have to listen to the fun of fucking music. What are you up to right now?
I'm driving back to the festival. I might get off because I am tired. So
Your boy or I see.
that was weird. I was really expecting Anna to say you arrived at your destination, but she didn't say anything.
Hey. I wish they didn't add the fucking Plymouth Fury to like not to like fucking strike you down, but to be honest, I kind of wish they didn't add the Fury to the backstage. Like I'm fine with the Barracuda, but the Plymouth Fury, I don't know about that. I feel like it's a car that like it deserves like the challenge of having to work for it.
It sucks because, well, yeah, but it sucks that it's like if you didn't get it, now's your chance to actually get it. But yet you don't. But yet it's only out for like only a limited time. That's the stupid thing about it. It's not out like all the time. It's only out for like a limited time, and that's usually during Christmas. I'm pretty sure nobody in this server is gonna want to wait until Christmas to get a rare Plymouth Fury like that.
Like I said, I'm completely fine with them adding the Plymouth Barracuda because, dude, I've been wanting to get it. Like you literally cannot find it. They don't like they don't even have it in any of the festival playlists. I don't think the Barracuda. It's only something you can get from the auction house or something, and like, even then, like I said, it's impossible. So the fact that they're adding it to the backstage is gonna be nice. It's just a matter of, the fact that I can't fucking get the damn backstage pass because I don't have enough polio phone. At least when something that has the backstage, it's there like forever.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things about it. What I do wish though is that if you got a backstage pass car and if you sold it at an auction, and if someone actually bought that car, it would give you your backstage pass back, or you could turn it in.
It does?
No, no, but I'm saying I wish it could.
Oh. Alright.
Because I have a K10 72 custom Chevrolet and stuff, and I have the little boxy Nova.
Is the function? You know, you should have got. You should have gotten the 1966 Volkswagen double cab pickup.
I could get that if I wanted to.
That's what you should have got.
I'm not that kind of person, Elijah, to get something that ugly.
Wait a minute. The 1966 Nova Super Sport. I don't remember that being there.
Yeah, that's the one I got. That's one of those are the two cars I used my backstage passes for.
That and the K10.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's what I said. Is like I wish that if I sold both of those cars, if they went and if someone bought them, then they could basically, I could get back my thing. I could get back both of my things since they're.
You know, it tells me how long I've had the game. Considering that I ended up voting for basically the Morgan Aero GT and the Ford Super Deluxe station wagon, or the Ford Woody.
Yeah.
And that was May 22nd of 2025.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, obviously, there's been everything before or after that as well, leading up to. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even remember like that. No, the Super Sport getting added in. To be honest.
But yeah, I wish that if you did that, I wish it could be like, oh hey, you got this.
You should get that. It's part of the game, I swear. The oldest backstage pass card they have is the 2022 Rivian R1S and the 2013 Cadillac XTS limousine from
Okay, in 2 days.
October.
My truck does manage to sell. If someone manages to buy that for $20 billion, I'm gonna be one happy ass motherfucker.
What?
My truck. If someone actually, the K10 Chevy,
No one is buying that for $20 million, bro.
it's all. That's what it sells.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Even if someone even goes for 39,000, because that's what the starting price is. It's a pretty reasonable starting price. But if someone, I'm saying, if someone manages to buy it out, I'm gonna be fucking happy. I'm gonna be one happy camper. Unless even if someone buys the freaking my Nova, that's 99,000 credits. I'm gonna be one happy ass motherfucker.
I forget. Is the K10 Custom a Chevy?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, it's like a two-door Chevrolet from 72. Someone just bought my freaking Nova. Someone just bought my Nova. they just bought out the auction for 99 grand. I just made another $99,000 in 2 seconds. Congratulations to Rumbler3746 for the purchase of the Nova. For the-
Okay, you know what? Fuck me. Why is that so damn expensive when you can get it from backstage, bro? Makes 0 sense. Do you have yours, like, here in the auction?
What, my Chevy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's in there. What?
Here, look at this nice Chevy K10 Custom right here. It's D369. Start bid's like 25 grand. Buys obviously $10 million. Stock paint, stock tune, and the seller is the Joker Gamer 659.
Yeah, Elijah, why don't you buy it out?
No, I'll just do this.
You're a dick. Quit farting! God damn.
I had to put a little squeaker in there.
Yeah, a little double fucking squeaker.
Oh man, that's funny.
Wow, $99,000 richer. Okay, chat. There's your chance to buy one of my 72 Chevrolet K10 Custom that I've raced.
Alright, I'm off of Forza and I'm back on YouTube. I'll let you go since you're basically getting off, so.
Okay.
Yeah. A good ride.
Goodbye. That kid's fucking crazy, man.
It needs to cool down. Yeah, well, you know you.
Come on, chat. You get a once in a lifetime chance to buy one of my cars that I've raced and won in. Also, chat, if you want to get my recommendation for this vote is get the Fury. Vote up the Fury. Vote for the Plymouth Fury and Barracuda. Because then you got a chance of actually getting them, and you don't have to worry about getting stressed out no more. Nothing coming. Nothing coming. What's your price for flying? Oh my God, are you telling me someone bought my 20 million? Are you telling me someone spent 20 mil? What? What? No way! Holy shit! Holy fuck, I'm a trillionaire! Eat your ass out, suck it, Elijah! Oh my God. Congratulations. Huge, giant congratulations to Black Death 4431 for being the proud owner of my 1972 Chevrolet Custom K10 for 20 billion credits. Holy shit. Holy shit. I never thought that would happen. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. I'm speechless. That is incredible, my man. I cannot believe I cannot. Hopefully you like it, my man. Holy shit. Okay. I cannot believe that. That is incredible. Okay. What's that Ford GT that I wanted? How much is that? I do have enough to buy it. You know what? All right. You know what? I'll do it. Wow. You know what? We'll give this Nissan one more try. Whatever cars don't get sold are gonna fucking be gifted. Excuse me.
When you start to make music, you
Welcome to Los Santos. Welcome to Los Santos. Oh, be fucking game, motherfucker. On Rebel Radio. Sign blowing red lights flashing everywhere. Okay, chat. Put one more on there. Not this way. Sipping on gingers.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Girls to bros. It's the color, man. rocking me, baby. Hey, Chad, there are some more cars in there in the auction block from VDU. If you want to buy them, now's your chance. Got 24 hours. Say hello. Miles and miles. My love for you.
You have arrived at your destination.
No grounds in Dixie Miles. Diamond, jacket, diamond. Oh, my pockets are silver and gold. See you, baby, up in my downfall. Get you coffee, call me too broad. Yes, you're my bridal man, based in the land. Like they say I'm too poor, say I'm unworthy, at their door. These are your cars. What are they saying? On the prairies I ride, seeing that dog to drive by my side. Hips around. My wardrobe all on my back. Another bread in the pot. Sleep on the ground, but what of the gun? Just just takes a number on a shiny white ass. Carpet of bones. Now the bank on Main Street. You can blame me for wanting to eat. You know what I'm gonna lie down on the ground. It's all for a game's demise. You can despise those words you go for their own.
The bird was free, wild, waving, and I rose.
So, um,
This is undeniably the most disrespected supercar killer. This is undeniably the most... Imagine a car so powerful, it held a torque record for over 30 years. Meet the 1970 Buick Skylark GSX Stage 1, a classic that redefined American muscle. Starting as a humble Skylark, Buick turned it into a beast with the GS Grand Sport package, and then the GSX. The magic lies under the hood with a monstrous 455 cubic inch V8 engine. The Stage 1 upgrade pushes the torque to an astounding 510 foot-pounds, easily outpacing competitors. This car was all about performance. It could rocket through the quarter mile in just over 13 seconds, a stunning feat for its time. And let's not forget its looks. The aggressive front end, bold striping, and that unmistakable GSX badge made it an icon on the streets. For decades, the GSX Stage 1 was the king of torque, only dethroned in 2003 by a Viper. Imagine a car so powerful, it held a torque record for over 30 years. Meet the 19... This might be the most dangerous American car ever made. A sinister black V8 eater so terrifying it forced GM to terminate production before it could embarrass the Corvette any further. Meet the Buick GNX. In 1987, Buick partnered with McLaren to create this legendary machine that was faster than a Ferrari Testarossa 911 Turbo and even the Corvette of that era. Under its hood is a turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 that was seriously underrated at 276 horsepower. Real-world dynos exposed the truth. This budget Buick was cranking nearly 340 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in just 4.6 seconds. Just 547 examples of the GNX were built. Compare that to nearly 20,200 in 1987 alone. And the ultra-rare Turbo TWE4 with only 1,500 units. This sinister black coupe is one of the rarest muscle cars ever created. This might be the most dangerous...
Believe that?
This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pound-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Hemi Killer. And guess what? It even came with air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a jaw-dropping 520 pound-feet of torque and a real-world horsepower rating over 400. And the performance? 13 seconds in the quarter mile at 105 miles per hour. It had enough grunt to leave a Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust. But power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with bold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fast, it was refined. This is the car...
You believe that? That's the car you're looking at. This is Apollo White. Is one of the rare legendary paint jobs. Apollo White and Saturn Yellow. Or Saturn Yellow. That's the two colors you can get for this car. And the engine, that's the engine the person was just talking about.
This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pound-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Heavy Killer. Guess what? It even came with air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a dog with 520 pound-feet of torque. Horsepower rating over 410 seconds, a mile at 105 miles per hour. It had another run with Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust, but power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with bold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fancy, it was refined. This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pound-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Heavy Killer. And guess what? It even came with air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a jaw-dropping 520 pound-feet of torque and a real horsepower rating over 400, and the performance, 15 seconds in the quarter mile at 155 miles per hour. It had enough run through the Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust, but power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with gold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fast, it was refined. This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pounds-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Heavy Killer. Guess what? It even air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a jaw-dropping 520 pound-feet of torque and a real-world horsepower rating over 400, and the performance, 15 seconds in the quarter mile at 105 miles per hour. It had enough grunt to leave a Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust, but power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with bold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fast, it was refined. This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pound-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Heavy Killer. And guess what? It even came with air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a jaw-dropping 520 pound-feet of torque and a real-world horsepower rating over 400. And the performance? 13 seconds in the quarter mile at 105 miles per hour. It had enough grunt to leave a Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust. But power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with bold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fast, it was refined. This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 520 pound-feet of torque and a reputation so fearsome, it earned the name the Hemi Killer. And guess what? It even came with air conditioning. Meet the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. The muscle car so powerful, so underrated, that even Mopar and Chevy fans had to take a second look. At its heart, a 455 cubic inch V8 that twists out a jaw-dropping 520 pound-feet of torque and a real-world horsepower rating over 400. And the performance? 13 seconds in the quarter mile at 105 miles per hour. It had enough grunt to leave a Chevy 454 LS6 in its dust. But power wasn't the only thing that made this Buick special. The GSX came in just two legendary colors, Saturn Yellow or Apollo White, both with bold black striping that let everyone know the 1970 Buick GSX wasn't just fast, it was refined. This is the car that flipped the script on muscle cars forever. With 500...
What are we driving? What are we driving?
They do say the Turbo Edition is extremely rare.
Friends, let me tell you about the coolest underdog car of the 1980s, the Buick GNX. This car looked like just another sleepy Buick sedan. But under its hood lurked a fierce turbocharged engine ready to smoke any sports car on the road. While people were jamming to their cassette tapes, this blacked-out Buick was making heads turn with its roaring motor and attitude. It could beat a BMW in a drag race, leave Porsches and Corvettes in its rearview mirror. Only 547 of these beastly Buicks were ever made. So today, the GNX is a rare legend. The car that proved you should never underestimate a Buick. So the next time you see an old Buick Regal, take a closer look. You never know if it might just be a GNX, the underdog muscle car that shocked the world. Friends, let me tell you about the coolest underdog car of the 1980s, the Buick GNX. This car looked like just another sleepy Buick sedan. But under its hood lurked a fierce turbocharged engine ready to smoke. This The owner said, "Do whatever you want." And this is undeniably the most disrespected supercar killer of all time. While everyone was drooling over Italian supercars with unpronounceable names, Buick quietly built an insane McLaren-tuned sleeper that could embarrass them all. Meet the Buick GNX. In 1987, Buick sent 547 Grand Nationals to McLaren Performance Technologies. Yeah, the same McLaren that builds Formula One cars. What McLaren did was insane. They turned the 3.8-liter turbo V6 into a street-legal psychopath. New Garrett hybrid turbocharger, 15 psi of pure fury, and a bulletproof transmission. Buick claimed 276 horsepower, but dyno tests revealed they were being criminally modest. This thing was actually cranking out 350 horses and 400 pound-feet of torque, making it the fastest production car of its time. Only 547 were ever built. The GNX wasn't built to impress. It was built to dominate. This is undeniably this is the car Chevrolet was supposed to. Are you saying this car is worth 5.5 million? This might be the most beautiful looking Mustang ever constructed. A car. This is undeniably the most disrespected supercar killer. This is the car that just made Buick the baddest name in. This is the car that just made Buick the baddest name in muscle. A one-of-one, 1,500 horsepower executioner wrapped in armor you literally cannot see. So flawless, it looks dipped in liquid obsidian. Meet Angelo Vespi's Grand National. Forget everything you know about the 80s. Dutch Boys Hot Rods didn't just restore this car. They declared war on physics. They ripped out the V6 heart and replaced it with a 427 cubic inch LS7 that breathes through its own headlights. We're talking twin turbos and 1,500 horsepower that cost 7 figures to build. But here is the part that sounds impossible. This car isn't just painted, it's armored. The crew hunted down bubbles with UV lights. Every single inch was hand wrapped in Legend Prime film, stretched and heated until the seams literally disappeared. The Grand National didn't just survive the 80s, it came back invincible. This is the car that just made Buick the bad. They talk about the Mustang. Build your dream car. This is the car that dared to be tiny in a world of giants. What happens when a C3 Corvette eats a shooting brake and washes it down with a retired? A vehicle so weird, it was considered a disaster until it started humiliating every Chevy on the planet. Meet the 62 Dodge Polara 500, the ugly duckling that turned into a serial killer. Dodge actually built this car by mistake, shrinking it down because they thought Chevy was making small cars. They were wrong, but it created a legend. Because this weird, lightweight origami body was hiding a monster, the 413 cubic inch max wedge. Pop the hood, and you see an intake manifold that looks like giant spider legs. We're talking dual quads and compression so high, it basically needed airplane fuel to run without exploding. It was the car nobody wanted to be seen in until the light turned green. Then, it was the only thing you saw, usually from the back. This is the car that looks like a spaceship crashed into a jukebox. A vehicle so weird, it was considered a disaster until it started humiliating every Chevy on the planet. 62 Dodge Polara 500, the ugly duckling that turned into a serial killer. Dodge actually built this car by mistake. Sirius 60. This is the car Mad Max praised. Tail fins like switch. Three-body. This was the first Shelby Mustang to earn a title that no other Shelby Mustang had ever achieved. The 1968 Shelby GT 500KR with its 7.0-liter 428 Cobra Jet V8. This king of the road produced over 400 horsepower. Sure, you might think the 428 Cobra Jet only churns out 335 horsepower, but this bad boy was touched by the legendary Carroll Shelby himself, cranking it up to a jaw-dropping 420 horsepower. But that's not the only reason it's called the king of the road. This Mustang is also the most luxurious ride Ford has ever created, making it the ultimate package of power and style. The GT 500KR didn't just challenge the competition, it owned the road, leaving rivals in its dust and setting a new standard for what a muscle car could be. This car was a declaration, a reminder that when Shelby put his name on something, it was destined to be legendary. This was the first Shelby Mustang to earn. This is the car that broke every rule of mechanics just to stay alive. A turbocharged Camaro that cooks its own fuel, drinks water, and cost more than a brand new Corvette. Meet the 1981 Yenko Turbo Z, the final masterpiece of the Yenko legacy. In 1981, the government had basically murdered the muscle car. A stock Z28 was a 17-second slug that couldn't pull the skin off a pudding. So Don Yenko got weird. He slapped on a turbo, but to keep the engine from exploding, he installed a literal fuel heater under the carb to boil the gas, and a water injection system to cool the combustion. He even ripped out the cigarette lighter and replaced it with a cockpit warning system that screamed if your water levels got too low. It sounds insane, but it worked. This Frankenstein technology shaved 3 full seconds off the quarter mile, making it legally faster than almost anything on the road. This is the most financially irresponsible car ever built. A vehicle so obsessively engineered, GM had to literally burn money just to put it on the road. Meet the 58 Eldorado Brougham, the Cadillac that was decades ahead of its time. Cadillac didn't just build a car, they built a bankruptcy machine. For every single one of these they sold, they lost $10,000. That is an $80 million loss just to prove they were the kings of the world. And the features? They are pure insanity. Forget heated seats. This thing came factory equipped with magnetized whiskey cups, a cigarette case, a lipstick holder, and a literal bottle of Lanvin perfume in the glove box. The roof isn't painted. It's brushed stainless steel welded together by hand. It rode on an air suspension system so complex, it made mechanics quit. They only made 704. It wasn't just a car. It was the most expensive I told you so in automotive history. This is the most. From 90s street legend to SEMA showstopper, Velocity's Fox Body Mustang just rewrote the rule book on Restamon. This isn't your uncle's notchback. It's a 1991 Mustang reborn with a Gen 4X Coyote 5.0-liter, a Whipple 3.0-liter supercharger, and over 800 horsepower of precision-tuned fury. Built on a Roadster Shop spec chassis and dialed in with HP tuners, it's not just fast, it's flawless. Every panel, every weld, every throttle blip screams engineering dominance. That's why it walked away with the HP Tuners Precision Engineering Award at SEMA 2025. Velocity Restorations didn't just build a car, they built a blueprint for the future of Fox Body performance. And starting in 2026, you can own one if you're fast enough. This is the car that time cannot age. A mirrorless, doorless sliver of metal that forces you to lie down like an astronaut just to reach the pedals. Meet the Lancia Stratos Zero. We are talking about a machine that stands only 33 inches tall. That is knee height. It is so absurdly low, the designers didn't even wait for the barrier to open at the Lancia factory. They drove right under the security gate to get in. And if you want to drive it, good luck finding the door, because there isn't one. You have to flip up the windshield, walk over the dashboard, and slide into seats that look like a giant chocolate bar. And here's the twist. This concept was so bold, it became the blueprint for the legendary Lancia Stratos rally car, the machine that went on to dominate world rally racing. The Stratos Zero wasn't built to be practical. It was built to show the future. And even today, more than 50 years later, nothing looks this futuristic. This is the car that Tom. Imagine spending over $3 million on a car. Crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what someone paid for this beauty. Meet the 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda convertible, the holy grail of muscle cars. Only 11 were ever made, making it rarer than a unicorn sighting. Under its sleek hood lies a monstrous 426 Hemi V8 engine. This powerhouse churns out 425 horsepower, enough to make modern sports cars break a sweat. But it's not just about raw power. The Cuda's design is pure automotive art. Its long hood, muscular fenders, and iconic shaker scoop screams speed even when it's standing still. The Cuda wasn't just a pretty face. It could sprint from 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds, lightning fast for its time. This car represents the peak of the muscle car era, a time when gas was cheap and horsepower was king. It's not just a car, it's a time machine on wheels, taking you back to the golden age of American automotive muscle. Imagine spending over They say the 80s were bad for horsepower, but they never met this. A truck that didn't just carry a payload, it carried an attitude that would get it banned today. Meet the 81 Honcho Sportside. With bold graphics, a muscular step-side bed, and actual Levi's denim upholstery, this thing had more swagger than a rock star. But the team at Jeep Heritage took this rare survivor, one of only 1,200 ever built, and turned it into a monster. They stripped it to the bare frame and unleashed the holy grail of engines, the massive 401 cubic inch AMCV8. We're talking about a modern fuel-injected heart beating inside a classic model, sitting on a menacing 6-inch lift with huge all-terrain rubber. It's got the looks of a classic, but the guts of a modern beast. These restored legends are now commanding 6 figures. It's not just a truck, it's the untouchable king of the back roads. They say the 80s. This is the only Chevelle that was too wild to be called a Chevrolet. A car so drastically modified it lost its birth certificate and was registered simply as a Yenko. Meet the king of the Copos, the Yenko Chevelle. In 1969, Don Yenko wasn't just tuning cars, he was creating monsters. He took the standard Chevelle and formed a double Copo conversion that defied logic. At its heart, the legendary L72 427 cubic inch V8 with aluminum heads. Yenko famously misled the public and hid the true specs just to trick insurance companies. But the road doesn't lie. Car and driver clocked this beast at 0 to 60 in a mind-bending 3.4 seconds. Fitted with the Muncie Rock Crusher 4-speed and Stewart Warner gauges because the factory ones couldn't keep up, only 99 of these 500 horsepower killers were ever made. One recently hammered sold for $260,000. This is the only people. This is the car that literally cannibalized the Corvette to survive. A 5.7-liter tuned port-injected brawler that stole the flagship's heart and sold it for half the price. Meet the 89 Camaro IROC Z, the blue-collar hero that Chevy never wanted you to respect. In the late 1980s, Chevy got fed up with the Mustang 5.0, so they broke their own rules. They ripped the Corvette's 350 V8 out and dropped it straight into a Camaro. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. If you check the hidden G92 option box, you didn't just get a car, you got a street weapon. This unlocked the dual catalytic converter package, boosting this beast to 330 horsepower and a massive 400 pound-feet of torque. It had so much grunt, Chevy couldn't even put a manual transmission behind it because it would shred the gearbox. For years, people called it trash, but today these T-top legends are selling for over $60,000. This is the car that literally... This isn't just a car, it's a fashion house on 4 wheels. Meet the 1979 Cadillac Seville Gucci edition, Detroit steel dipped in Milanese swagger. This is the rarest car Jay Leno owns, and he's the only private citizen allowed to have one. A turbine-powered masterpiece that racked up 1 million miles, ran on tequila, then got murdered by its own maker. Meet the Chrysler Turbine. In 1963, Chrysler didn't just build a car, they built a jet on wheels. Wrapped in a handmade Italian body by Ghia, this turbine bronze beauty looked like it flew straight out of the future. But the real insanity was under the hood. No pistons, no radiators, just a gas turbine engine spinning at 44,000 RPM. It didn't rumble, it whooshed like a plane on the tarmac. And get this, it would run on anything. Diesel, kerosene, perfume, even on pure tequila. They built 55 of these legends and gave them to regular families to test. But when the program ended, Chrysler crushed 46 of them without a second thought. It's the ultimate what if that proves the future was already here. We just let it slip away. This is the rarest car Jay Leno owns, and he's the only private citizen allowed to... What if the Mustang went to Milan and came back wearing a tailored suit? Meet the 1967 Ford Mustang Zagato GT, one of just two ever built, where American muscle meets Italian couture. Forget the pony car, you know. This one's got a hand-formed aluminum body, a narrowed grille, Corello headlights, and a fastback that looks like it was sketched by Da Vinci on a caffeine bender. Under the hood, a snarling Hypo 289 V8, backed by a 4-speed manual and enough attitude to outclass anything on the autostrada. It's not just rare, it's mythical. A Cold War fever dream of transatlantic design. Born from the minds of Ford and Carrozzeria Zagato. You don't drive this car. You pilot it like a prototype that slipped through a wormhole from an alternate 1967. Want a mythic Altverse caption or a cinematic teaser line to go with it? I've got a few loaded. What if the Mustang went to Milan and came back wearing a tailored suit? This isn't just a tribute. It's a resurrection in carbon and fire. Built by the custom shop and unveiled at the Odyssey battery booth at SEMA 2025, this 2019 Pontiac Trans Am reimagines the legend atop a 6th-generation Camaro ZL1 chassis, fusing old-school swagger with next-gen muscle. A supercharged 6.2-liter LS engine snarls under a custom carbon fiber screaming chicken hood, backed by an automatic transmission and quad exhaust that spits thunder with every stab of the throttle. Carbon fiber wheels and hand-laid panels slash weight and crank up the aggression, while the black interior stitched in red wraps the driver in a cockpit that's equal parts retro homage and digital war. From the LED halo eyes to the custom fabricated spoiler slicing through the Vegas haze, this beast doesn't just turn heads, it rewrites the script. It's a ghost in the machine, reborn to haunt the highways with 800-plus horses, a rebel yell, and a battery that never quits. This isn't just a tribute, it's a resurrection in carbon and fire. Built by the custom... This is the car that arrived 2 years before the Camaro and taught Chevy how to win races. A weird little monster that was supposed to be a disaster, but is now worth $250,000. Meet the Yenko Stinger, the car that started it all. Don Yenko didn't just modify a car. He took the most hated vehicle in America, the Corvair, and turned it into a Shelby killer. The secret? It wasn't a V8. Under the rear deck, there was no radiator and no massive grille. Just a screaming, air-cooled, flat 6 that thinks it's a Porsche 911. Yenko had to build 100 of these street-legal weapons in just 1 month to race. His crew worked dusk till dawn, literally skipping Christmas, stripping out seats, slapping on Cadillac brakes, and tuning the Stage 4 engine to a terrifying 240 horsepower. It went from unsafe at any speed to winning the national championship. It might not be the most powerful Yenko, but it is the first. This is the car that arrived 2 years before the... This is the most difficult Mustang to hunt down in existence. Ford claimed they made 525, but the records show fewer than 481 of these treasures ever existed. Meet the Pacific Northwest's Golden Nugget. Forget the Shelby. Forget the Mach 1. This 68 Mustang wasn't built for raw speed. It was commissioned by the Seattle Sales District for pure, unadulterated style. The formula was audacious. Take a standard hardtop, dip it in blinding, sunlit gold paint, slap on bold black racing stripes, and wrap the roof in black vinyl. Most came with a modest 6-cylinder, but that didn't matter. Finding a genuine one today with the original paint and paperwork, it's like stumbling onto a rich seam in an abandoned mine. This isn't just a Mustang. It's a golden ticket to a lost chapter of American history. This is the most difficult... This isn't your granddad's Sunday cruiser. This is the 1955 Chevrolet Biscayne, a one-off concept that looked like it drove straight out of a jet-age fever dream. With its wraparound windshield, pillarless hardtop, and a rear end that looked like it could launch into orbit, the Biscayne wasn't just a car. It was a chrome-dipped vision of America's atomic future. Under the hood, A 215 horsepower turbo fire V8, ready to rocket you past the Eisenhower era and into the stratosphere. No door handles,
$11
no
million.
pillars, no rules, just pure. They named it Doughboy to make you think it's soft, but this is a 3,000. This is the most aggressively nostalgic build you'll ever see. In 1985, Buick didn't just dream of the future, they built it. The Wildcat wasn't a car, it was a prophecy. A carbon fiber, mid-engine, all-wheel drive supercar with a McLaren-tuned 3.8-liter DOHC V6, screaming 360 horsepower at 7,000 RPM.
Thank God.
This was Buick.
I was so worried I didn't have money. I wasn't going to have money to customize it.
Digital and a body sculpted like it was born in the wind tunnel on Mars. Underneath, a carbon fiber and fiberglass monocoque hugged steel subframes, while the rear deck showcased that snarling V6 like a trophy. Built for the SEMA stage and the PPG IndyCar circuit, the Wildcat was a shot across the bow. Buick's mic drop in the Super Bowl. It never made production. It did. And in that world, the Wildcat didn't just run with Ferrari and Porsche. It hunted them. This was the Wildcat. A ghost from the future. A Buick that roared like a lion and vanished like a dream. In 1985, Buick...
Never even heard of a Wildcat, honestly.
This is the car that technically should not exist. A completely frameless, fenderless, rule-breaking hallucination that just stole the crown as the most beautiful roadster in America. Meet the Rad Rides built 36 Ford. But calling this a 36 Ford is a lie. Troy Trepanier and his crew didn't restore a car. They hand-fabricated every single component from scratch. From the custom chassis to the convertible top, there is 0% original steel in this masterpiece. Under the hood, a rare 312 cubic inch Y-block, force-fed by a vintage McCullough supercharger, a tribute to the first-gen Thunderbird. It breathes through 3 deep-fitted Fresnel exhaust manifolds that are basically aerospace engineering. Usually, this level of perfection takes a decade. Rad Rides did it in just 2 years. It stormed the 2025 Grand National Roadster Show and crushed everyone. This is the car that technically, this is the most unnatural looking hot rod ever constructed. A custom 1951 Mercury that was literally roasted. 92% sterling silver to achieve a finish that looks illegal on a public road. Meet the Mercurius GTC. Knut Tirok and the maniacs at Hot Rod Hangar in Austria didn't just build a car. They created a cyberpunk hallucination that looks like it fell out of a wormhole. And that shine, that is not paint. That is real sterling silver. 92% pure silver alloy melted onto the body with a flame. It's a technique so difficult, the artist had to learn it as he built it. Under the hood lies a nasty LS race engine pumping out 550 horsepower, mated to a custom fast shift transmission. Inside, it's a pure fighter cockpit with machined aluminum, aircraft seats, and a digital cluster that memorizes lap times. It's a rolling masterpiece that took home Best of Show, and looking at it, you know exactly why. This is the most unnatural looking hot rod ever constructed. A custom night. Imagine a car so powerful, it held a torque record for over 30 years. Meet the 1970 Buick Skylark GSX Stage 1. A classic that redefined America. This is the car that had no business existing in 1951. A jet-inspired monster built with aviation tech just to see how far they could push it. Meet GM's most illegal-feeling experiment ever, the LeSabre. Harley Earl threw every wild idea he ever had into this silver beast. We're talking a jet-inspired aluminum body that looks like it just landed from Mars. Under that aircraft-inspired hood lies a supercharged 3.5-liter aluminum V8, 235 horsepower. Here's the insane thing. It can run on both wheels and automatic convertible top. Yeah, in 1951. This thing had sensors that detected water and closed the top by itself, while the driver just laughed at the competition getting soaked. This is the car that had no business existing in This isn't just a car. It's a joystick-fueled fever dream with a Buick heart. Meet the Pac-Man Rock, 1982 custom built by Hot Wheels legend Larry Woods and paint wizard Ron Howard. Originally the Morph Machine, it got a pixel-perfect makeover into a tribute to the arcade icon that ruled the Reagan era. But here's the plot twist. Under that cartoon silhouette meets a Buick 4.1-liter supercharged V6 because he needs torque to outrun ghosts. With Volkswagen Beetle panels, a spaceship stance, and a vibe that screams Saturday morning, this rod doesn't just play the game, it breaks it. So if you ever wonder what it looks like in a video game, father in the streets, this is it. One part nostalgia, one part Hot Wheels fantasy, all gas and no brakes. This isn't just a car, it's a joystick-fueled feeder. This is the most obscenely expensive American car in the 1970s. It cost more than 5 Corvettes combined. The stuff black car that time American car design. This thing cost over $22,000 when a brand new Corvette was barely $5. That made the Black Hawk the most expensive American car.
When it is safe to do so.
That's been picked up. Why is American car?
Name a pickup that beat a car. You can't unless you know about this one. A factory-built experiment so insane it ran a faster quarter mile than $1 million Ferrari. Meet the GMC Cycle, the most audacious sleeper in all. In 1991, GMC took a boring Sonoma, dipped it in menacing black paint, and did a nuclear reactor under the hood. We're talking a 4.3-liter V6 was fed by a massive Mitsubishi turbo and a Corvette throttle body. Car and driver pitted this boxy truck against a V8 Ferrari 3 rate, and the truck smoked all-wheel drive. It launched from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds. GM wrote down 280 horsepower. What they didn't expect was dynos blowing that number into a new. Only around 3,000 of these blacked-out legends were ever made. It was impractical, expensive, and completely unnecessary, which is exactly why it's the coolest truck ever built. Name a pickup that beat a Ferrari. You can't unless you know about this one. A factory-built experiment so insane it ran a faster quarter mile than $1 million Ferrari. Meet the GMC Cycle, the most audacious sleeper in all of history. In 1991, GMC took a boring Sonoma, dipped it in menacing
When I get to the thing, I'm gonna wrap it up. One before the morning from this, I'm gonna get there quick.
It launched from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds.
In 1997, Dodge showed up with a concept car that didn't. It's not the balance, finesse, vacuum domination. Under the hood, a 2.7-liter V6 pushing 220 horsepower and 188-pound feet of torque. Not earth-shattering compared to the 5-speed manual that curved weight under 2,800 pounds. It's all about momentum and 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. Top speed, 140 miles per hour. But the big story was the chassis. Independent double wishbones at all 4 points, a 50-50 weight distribution, and a wheelbase stretched for 100 It sat on 18-inch carbon weather rapid, attractive, quiet, and light. Stands
In 400 yards, turn right.
and copper paint, custom blended low like hot
Turn
pepper
right.
compression. Inside, it was stripped down sport, no curves, just leather buttons, stubby shifter, dash, fighting along with the fight. This
this wasn't a luxury tool. Life was cheap. Here's the hard part. This is the car that should come with a radiation warning. A million so visually toxic. Live, it makes a stock Hellcat feel like a toy. Meet the 88 IROC that proves nostalgia. Leaking T-tops and motley seats. This Camaro slept 8 years in the hood and woke up a predator. It's drenched in organic candy.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
And that stance, massive 22-inch billet rims tucked perfectly into the arches. Purists will scream. The geometry doesn't care. Under the hood is a 400 cube small block being forced fed by a monster.
You have arrived at your destination.
We have a brain melting 1,500 horsepower, so it runs a TH400 to keep it self-destructive and massive air brakes to drag this missile back. Speed, it's too nice to race, too fast to cruise, and impossible to avoid. This is the ultimate revenge on every human. This is the car that should come with a rate. You've heard of the Playin.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and please subscribe if you want to see more like this on the channel. And yeah, we will see you in the next video, aka the next podcast. Peace.